Hello YouTubers, this old sword here, and today we're going to take a look at a TwoSun, a Jelly Jerry design, the TS222, 222. Been out about a year from the date of this recording, been in the collection about as long, so became popular back then, and you'll see a few reviews on it. And this I hope to make my own unique offering. It's not a knife that I've taken out too much or played too much with, but it is very interesting. Kind of reminds me of a rhinoceros horn. It's a cross, an interesting cross between a tanto with that compound grind. We got a hollow in here. Got a flat grind here. Got a bowie style swedge and somewhat upturned looking point. And a recurve right in there. So we got a recurve, we got a tanto point, we got a belly on the front face of the tanto, and we really could consider it a bowie. So one of the more unique designs out there, and even one of the more unique designs by TwoSun. It's a chunky knife. It's got good width to the handle. Might be a little on the thick side for you, 0.65. With a blade stock. Let's grab it right there. Well, let's grab it here. 4.1, 4.2. So thick blade stock. And holds that thickness pretty well out to the point, right through the top grind there, the hook. Got a fuller running most of the length of the straight portion of the blade. A machined and contoured G10 handle. It's black in this case. They do make it in a camo, green, white, kind of digital camo. Saw that, and I do have one knife like that I've reviewed previously, but I felt the black was a lot better for this particular blade. The ergos in the handle are quite nice. I mean, you get your hand around that and it's secure. Got a little bit of pommel sticking out there, so it's not necessarily a small knife. Let's do tip to tail, see what we get. Well, we've got 8 3/4 pretty much, and we've got 3 7/8 close to it for the handle length, or for the blade length, and 3 3/4 for the cutting edge. So a good size knife for sure. What do we got for a weight? It's fairly chunky and heavy. So yeah, we've got almost 5.3 ounces. Not a lightweight. It's thick enough to where you're going to feel it in your pocket. It's got a nice newer design deep carry pocket clip that TwoSun's been doing. Even though we got those dome shaped screws there that very few manufacturers seem to want to. I think Civivi's starting to use flat screws. I wish more companies would. It's not like those are hang-up points, but if you got a thick seam on your jeans, it's possible. But you got a good high clip there, even though it, for me, doesn't really seem like a hot spot. I don't even know it's there. But this blade could do some damage. And it comes through sharp. So you've got that inner recurve cutting edge. You've got that secondary point. You got a very piercy sticky kind of main point there. Thick liners. There is no lanyard hole and or attachment point, and this is a right side tip up carry only. TwoSun doesn't make provisions too much of the time for ambidextrous carry, unfortunately. It's on bearings, smooth drop to it. Haven't really adjusted this one too much. Might have put some oil on it, haven't broken it down. It has a prominent flipper tab that's not jimped. It's got a little bit of a hook to it, and you get it every time. Got a lot of leverage on that. Some people may not like it quite so tall. I don't think it's too bad, really. Looks like you could finger flick it out, but I'm not going to try. It's buried down pretty close to the scale. So it's a flipper, pretty much 100%. Let's take a look at it for comparison alongside of our friend the Benchmade Griptilian here. And the Griptilian is going to be a smaller knife, pretty much all the way around, against a bigger knife like the Rat 1. Coming in pretty close, almost dead on. And for a real big one, there it is again, the Amalgam by Spyderco. That's going to be a bigger knife. Not by a whole lot, but it is, let's see, if I even up the handles, about the same blade. The handle's going to be longer, however, on the Amalgam. You know, every knife's got its own ergos. Some have a longer handle, some have a shorter handle with a long blade, etc., etc. What do we got here? Got pretty good use of the handle. Blade to handle ratio, darn good. And that point is, let's see, I can feel it a little if I push my thumb in there, but I can't imagine it being too much of a problem. It's more the width of that slot that lets you push your finger in there, not so much the positioning of the point as there is on, for instance, the TS222 that should be coming out pretty close to the time that you see this. So the TS222 by Jelly Jerry, a unusual knife. By the way, no jimping in there, all smooth. And I can lay my thumb out there without any problem. There's a little hump here. I know my friend Andy over at Hawaii Knife and Gear about a year ago on his review mentioned that that's a small point, a small not so great point for him, but I'm not sticking my thumb right there. The way my hand is constructed and the way I hold the knife, I will lay it long along that blade, or I'll choke back like that. Not much jimping on the this knife at all. It's pretty smooth all the way around. The G10 is nice. It's a little bit on the smooth side, but it's not polished or slick or slippery in any way, shape, or form. But there is the TS222 Jelly Jerry design, and check out many other of Jelly Jerry's designs, both in TwoSun and for, I believe, Kubi. He did the Maverick and a whole bunch of other stuff. He's becoming quite the designer. Kudos out to Jelly Jerry. Well, if you happen to like this video, please give it a like, and if you haven't subscribed yet, I sure hope you do, because you'll be notified when new videos drop, and that's pretty much every day. I don't think I've missed one for quite a long time. Hope to keep that up for you. Come on back. This old sword, signing out.